Need to take a lozenge.
Keep
Hey.
being able to speak.
Let's see. Okay, give it a couple of minutes for people to show up. I don't know who the one is that's watching. It could be us.
What the heck did Lisa buy this time? Ooh. So if you're out there, say hello.
We're talking to ourselves, Charlie.
Well, that's not unusual. We always talk to ourselves. Who we're going to talk to otherwise, unless we're on YouTube.
Oh, well.
Got that 5-second delay in there.
Yeah.
I don't think it's longer than 5 seconds.
Well, I
1,
haven't seen any
2,
announcement for that.
3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it's about 5, I guess.
Well, we're not going to start saying anything
Useful until
someone
someone
shows up.
Yeah.
I hope someone shows up.
We suddenly had a drop off the other day.
A couple of other channels have changed their broadcast time to mirror ours. When I originally chose this day and time, I wasn't competing with too many people.
Now they're stepping on you, huh?
At least in our group, and now I've got competition. Okay, got one, lost one. Where'd you go?
Maybe I'm scaring them off.
Oh.
So what?
I don't know who that was that peeked in and left.
Off my hand.
Hey, neighbor, how are you? You're the first one to show up.
Bring friends.
Bring your friends. Hey, you gonna come over anytime and look at what peppers I've got up and growing?
Oh, another one.
Canadian Family Life, how are you? Welcome, welcome.
Is it cold up in Canada still? It was cold down here this last week.
Yeah, I bet it's freezing whaties off up there.
Matter of fact, the leaves on the fig trees and the mulberry trees have all been bitten back. I was out today looking around, and we still got plums and almonds and nectarines coming on. And the Nanking cherries actually saw one with some color on it today.
You're kidding.
No. So, but one of those Nanking cherry bushes bloomed, nearly the end of February. It was warm enough in February for the one that's on the fence down here.
Oh.
The bloom. And the cherry's still pretty small, but it's got some color to it.
Mahia is our neighbor, 2 houses down.
Okay.
Say hi.
Hey, neighbor.
If you want a cherry bush that your kids may really like, that's really good for you, the Nanking cherry really will bear like your first year in the ground. He says, hello, sir. It's Charlie.
Hey.
Say, hey, Charlie. When you come over to visit and look at the peppers, maybe look at this bush too. I got it at Tractor Supply is where we found those.
I don't think so. I think we ordered the Nanking cherries from what's that place west of Atlanta?
We ordered the second
Willis
two.
Orchard, I think.
Well, we bought the first two from Tractor Supply. And please excuse us, we're going to be coughing. We've both been down flat on our back for about a week for me,
Oh,
a week today, with the flu. It's been a wild ride. In fact, I need to take some medicine.
I spent half of yesterday in bed.
Yeah, and it's unusual for Charlie to go to bed. I'm going to take this. Charlie's going to give us
An update on what survived the frost.
Yeah, we had another surprise bout of 20-something temperatures.
Yeah.
So Charlie's going to mentally walk around the yard and tell you
Higher parts of the 20s.
what survived the 27-degree weather we had. When was it? This weekend? About 5 days ago?
No, about 2 days ago. wasn't
Two
it?
days ago. Okay.
We had a light. I'm not even sure it got down into frost range last weekend, but 2 days ago it definitely got down. Now it only stayed down for a little while. I only found ice in one spot in the yard, but it was obviously enough to bite back the leaves of the mulberry trees and the fig trees. So I went around and looked at everything else. The cherry is still blooming. Didn't fall off. The almonds, I got little bitty almonds about the size of, I can't say a pea. They're smaller than a pea, but they're bigger than a pinhead. I got some little bitty plums coming. Let's see, was it an
What about your apricots?
Yeah, I think apricot, 2 or 3 apricots. Those first year those trees have bloomed, so I didn't expect many, but they seem to have survived the frost. Maybe a nectarine. I haven't checked the kiwi yet.
Kiwi, I was noticing yesterday that they've got leaves on them. They didn't seem to react to the freeze.
They didn't seem to burn.
Right.
Yeah. And they haven't bloomed yet. So the question was whether the blooms would have been burnt off. Let's see, the apples are still blooming nicely. As I said, the almonds and plums have already finished blooming. The nectarine has just 1 or 2 blooms left.
The mayhaws are blooming, right?
Yeah. This is kind of like the second year one of the mayhaws has bloomed, and the first year the other one's bloomed. They should do fine in this weather. They're pretty much northern plant.
Any sign of blooms on the pawpaw?
Oh yeah, a lot of blooms on the pawpaw.
I haven't seen. I got to go look at the pawpaw. Which
Yeah.
ones are blooming?
The one down in the raspberry area and the one up beside the old greenhouse.
The short one or the tall
Yeah,
one?
the short one's covered. The tall
Covered
one,
with blooms.
the tall one after we removed the tree has never
Hasn't
bloomed.
recovered yet.
Hasn't recovered yet.
That's sad.
Let's see what else is. As I said, the Nanking cherries have gotten, some of them have gotten big enough to actually have color on them now.
Which isn't saying much because they're about the size of a small blueberry.
Yeah, even when they're ready, they're about the size of a blueberry.
Speaking of blueberries, how are the blueberry bushes out there?
They're blooming up a storm.
What about the mulberries?
As I said, the mulberries got bitten back, and we actually had some fruit coming, and they're mushy.
Well, hopefully it'll bloom again. They're supposed to be ever-bearing, which means they should replace...
Some of the trees are ever-bearing. I don't know about the Persian mulberry.
Right. So 3 of the trees are ever-bearing, and then we've got that one
Right.
2 Persian, actually.
We got 2 Persians. They both had some fruit on them, or bloom things. You really can't tell on those 2 easily, can you? Because they just basically little balls of this white thing sticking out.
And they look like little COVID germs. When they first come out.
Let's see. As I said, their leaves are burnt, and the little blooms or fruits are soft. As I said, the cherry tree is still blooming. I won't know anything about the filberts. It's way too early for the pomegranates to be blooming.
They're just starting to leaf out, really.
They're just starting to leaf out. Lots of little blooms coming on the raspberries. Haven't bloomed yet. So we really can't call this a blackberry winter. And we don't have a dogwood anymore. They call it a dogwood winter. Took a dogwood out because it died. As you said, the pawpaws are blooming. The tea tree only blooms in the fall anyway.
That's about it for our fruit trees,
the
right?
persimmons.
Oh, the persimmons.
The leaves are burnt, but they don't bloom till later anyway. Let's see, figs, blackberries, strawberries are blooming. Blueberries blooming. What other berries we got? Raspberries, blackberries, strawberries. Oh, the gooseberries are blooming though.
They never set. It's kind of the wrong, and we're at the southernmost tip of their zone tolerance, and
yeah, and
it gets too hot here.
The
they drop their
gooseberries will
fruit.
drop their fruit when it gets above 90 degrees. So they're going to drop their fruit. I'm going to take those plants out.
But as you hear, we've got quite the fruit orchard.
Elderberries haven't started blooming yet.
They're
They
not
are
yet.
leaving out.
Just starting to leaf out.
That's about it that I can think of.
So, Canadian family life. Are you growing any fruits? And I know it's way too early for you to even see budding right now. But she said she'll be right back. Maybe she's back.
Let's see.
So, Mr. Mahia, what have you got going over there? I know you've got grapevines. Have your grapevines started to leaf out yet?
Oh, ours are.
Oh yeah, he's got beautiful grapes. Welcome, whoever just popped in. Let us know who you are.
We should have seen hops by now, but we took them out.
Well, in don't tell me I'm not going to be able to talk. In our citrus greenhouse, we have key limes blooming up a storm. We've got Barbados cherries blooming. A lot of the young citrus trees did drop their leaves but didn't die. And they've just got little blooms on the end of stems without any leaves. And we just lost 2 more people. This is nerve-wracking. Okay.
So if you're still here, give us a...
You're still here. Tell me who you are.
Yeah.
Please. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and go ahead with the broadcast as I had planned it. Charlie's going to go be a moderator over at his computer. First thing we're going to do is reward Bamsey for being a good boy. Bamsey. Can you come say hello to everyone? Come here. Come here. Oh, for once he doesn't jump on me, right? And then this is for Sassy. There you go. Y'all be good. All right. So here we are on a Thursday. Thankful Thursday. I wasn't feeling real well enough to come up with an idea for tonight's chat, and maybe that's our issue with people not hanging around. Hey, Jen's Hobby Nook, how are you? Welcome, welcome. We just had Charlie gave us a kind of mental tour of walkthrough of our fruit trees. We had temperatures here drop to the 20s, and of course everything was budding out. He likes to walk around and see what has fruit on it, blooms. Shine Moss Farm, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, I gotta apologize. I've been really sick, so talking is going to be an issue. We are going to have a drawing a little later, and I'm kind of changing the rules on drawing. I am going to limit participation to those who are subscribed to my channel. So if you're just visiting and you want to be in the drawing for some really nice prizes, go subscribe and hit that black bell if you don't mind. Give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. And I've actually got the random wheel working. And if you shoot me a message here in chat saying, hey, I just joined or I am a member and you want your name to be on the wheel, I'll put your name on the wheel as we're chatting. So I'm going to do a mail call real quick. I ordered seeds from the Ukraine. I highly recommend using this seed company. It's Nicovia. Everything I've gotten from them has had a fantastic, fabulous germination rate. I can't say that about the American seed companies, that their germination rates this year have been as good. But if you can read that, I'm going to hold that up. The seed company name. Can't see it. Nikotovka seeds. I'm going to type it in. Yeah, okay, Jen, you want to be on the wheel? Okay, you are now officially on the wheel. China Moss Farm. Hey, do you want to be on the wheel? Do you subscribe? Subscribe? Okay, do you want to be on the wheel?
Remember, you got a 5-second delay.
And you're saying Moss Farm. Are you growing Irish moss? Or is that your name, China Moss? Keep getting alerts. Evidently, there's news happening. Hey, Canadian Family Life. I just made the announcement that we're going to be doing some really nice drawings from now on, if my idea works out. But you have to be subscribed to the channel in order to participate. Belt Loops up. Welcome, Belt Loop. Welcome, welcome. Do you want to be on the prize wheel? I am going to have to put a throat lozenge in my mouth, or all I'm going to do is sit here and cough. You am subscribed. Do you want to be on the wheel for prizes? Canadian Family Life. You're not much for wheel stuff. I put you on there anyway, Belt Loop. Okay, I'll take you back off. Anyway, where was I? I was putting a throat lozenge in my mouth. Okay. So what did I get from the Ukraine? I bought round black radish seeds. Now, the black radishes, can you see how much seed they sent me? And that was $1.19 for that much seed. Black radishes are quite the gourmet thing. Hey, Mike, you'll be in the bushes, huh? I'm going to put you on the wheel, Mike. Okay. So I got black radish seeds. Has anybody in here grown black radishes before or consumed them? Because my fancy dancy chef friends all tell me it's so gourmet to have black radishes. I don't know why they can't seem to tell me why they're so impressed with them. This is something called an apricot tomato. Again, these seeds are just $1.19 each. See how many seeds they sold? And they're the apricot tomatoes are apricot colored, and they look like they're going to be small, like grape-like tomatoes. And then tomato apple tree, which kind of look like a woman's breasts to me. Anyway, look at how much seed you get for $1.19. And I guarantee you will have really good germination on those. So that's the first thing I got in the mail this week. So the second thing is I like things that are tropical. You all know that. And there's a plant that's called Leaf of Life that is used in Jamaica for all sorts of medicinal purposes. It's a succulent. It's a remedy for respiratory conditions and arthritis, of which I have both. It's an antibacterial, antifungal, antihistamine. Of course, that'll put me to sleep, right? If you crush the leaves and put them on insect bites, it takes the pain away. It heals bruises and helps with anxiety disorders. And I'm a pretty over anxious person, so I like ordering things from Etsy. And this one seller sent me extra plants. And I had one in my hand that showed the characteristics. Look at the packaging. They wrapped them in this corrugated cardboard, and they put what looks like pillow stuffing over the top, which I'll actually use in my needle felting probably. So that won't go to waste. And I'm going to be brave this year and try to sell some of my peppers through the mail. I just might keep this packaging to go ahead and wrap plants, which I'm hoping I can mail plants that are this size out. But right now the pepper's only about that big. Let's see if you can see the detail. See if the camera will pick this up. See these little leaves, these little thingamabobbies on the margins of this leaf? It's really a succulent. If you feel it, it's nice and thick. But each one of these will grow a little bit bigger and curl a little bit, and they'll fall off the mother leaf, and when they hit the ground, they'll put down roots. So theoretically, you can grow hundreds of these from one plant. And I'm going to put some in a green stalk planter. I'm going to put some in the ground and dig it up this fall. But I hope to be able to use this for homemade remedies. Obviously, it addresses several of my health problems. But I would like to be able to share this with the community. So wish me luck on my Leaf of Life. It's hard to find. And I've got, I think I bought 5 plants here. How late is it there, Canadian? Swab them with neem. Swab what with neem? Okay, I'm going to walk. Hubby and I are having issues with our herbs that were growing inside. Little white bugs. Yeah, white fly is a problem inside. But as Charlie said, a little bit of neem oil, diluted and just sprayed on the underside of your leaf should be able to take care of it. Okay. So this next thing that I ordered in the mail, call me crazy. If I see something that's a little different, I get it. I am growing Jamaican black ginger. So when Baker Creek said that they had black turmeric, I ordered 3 what I thought were going to be rhizomes, and they actually sent me plants. So hopefully I'll get this in the ground once danger of freezing has passed. And if it thrives, I'll be having this to offer up for some of my winters later this summer. Incredible anti-inflammatory properties if you've got arthritis, immune boosting, fights Alzheimer's, all sorts of special things with blue or black turmeric. But isn't that a nice looking little plant? Oh, you're an hour ahead of us. We're in Canada. Are you in Newfoundland? Newfoundland? So, who else has come in that wants to be on the wheel for prizes? And while I'm waiting for people to pop up and say me, you need to be subscribed. I would really appreciate a thumbs up tonight if you haven't done that already. But let's talk about how we're dealing with the strange temperature fluctuations. Anyone who's in the gardening area. And if you don't garden, and if you're more of a craft person, what have you been doing this winter to keep your hands busy? I started to make a video on weaving, and I got as far as cutting the warp out. And I haven't gotten, so I'm threading it yet. I will, I promise. Aunt's Kitchen. Good morning. You down under, eh? Okay, Annie, you, well, goodness, I don't know about prizes for you. I don't know if the people I'm going to order the prizes from will ship to you, so that's kind of sad. But anyway, I never got my loom threaded up. I will. New Brunswick, Canada. Okay. I will soon. I promise. But I have to tell y'all, I was going to do a confession on every Wednesday night. I look forward to a broadcast that Hands in the Dirt does. He calls it Wine Down Wednesday. That's WINE Down Wednesday. And it's basically a live where everyone is drinking wine, or I drink soda because I don't drink alcohol. But you just let your hair down and laugh and whatever. And he has a section of his show that is confessions. And because I was in a medicated stupor last night, I didn't get into very late and I didn't get to confess. So I'm going to confess to you all what I did this week that was so stupid. You could tell. I can't say I wouldn't make this mistake if I wasn't stoned on cold meds, but I got up out of bed to go get a drink in the kitchen, and Charlie had driven to BJ's to get some propane to heat our greenhouses. And so he wasn't home. And I looked out the door and I saw a tornado of bees. Now, I kind of had the feeling that his hives were getting a little, his one hive that survived the winter was getting a little full, but I didn't really pressure Charles much to go do something about it because bees don't swarm in March. Okay. Well, this hive did. It swarmed. And I went out and there's like a dinner bell, the old chuck wagon triangular dinner bells, and you ring it. Ring, 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 ring. And here comes the cloud of bees. And they came back down, thousands upon thousands of bees. And they clustered around a box that I've got climbing roses in and the edge of a hugelkultur bed. I'm on the phone with him saying, Charlie, you got to come home. Your bees are swarming. He goes, no, they're not. And I'm like, would you just, don't argue with me, get your butt home. So I stood there for half an hour with him on the phone going, where are you now? Where are you now? And I'm filming this, okay? And he pulls into the driveway. I know he's in the driveway and he's coming soon. So I walk over close to the hive. No protective equipment. I'm in my pajamas, ringing that bell. for those bees. And I'm telling y'all that swarming bees rarely sting. They are too full of honey that they're taking with them for their new home, and they don't have a hive to defend, so they're not very aggressive. And as soon as I say that, bam, one gets me in the forehead and starts stinging the hell out of me, right? So you see me on the camera goes all over the place, and I say a bunch of 4-letter words that Mom told me never to say. And I run around the corner into my little greenhouse that's right there. Charlie shows up meanwhile and says basically, "Serves you right, you jinxed yourself." Well, once a bee stings you, they let out a pheromone that attracts other bees in to sting you as well. Okay, it's like, okay, come get this person. So I stayed in the greenhouse a little while, and then I came out, and Charlie's scooping the bees, and he's putting them in a box. It's a good hobby, belt loop, but you will be stung. And I approached him again, and I'm talking about what he's doing, scooping the bees up and putting them in the box. And then I noticed that usually when there's a queen, they'll ball around the queen. If you scoop that up and get the queen and put it in the box, and she's in the box, her worker bees will go down and land on it, and they do this fanning thing with their wings, which is fanning her pheromones into the air to attract the other bees in, saying, "This is where your queen is." And usually they won't do it unless the queen is in the box. So I asked Charlie on camera, "Do you have fanning?" And he says, "Yes, we've got fanning." So he puts a lid on it. And then I said, "Now look over your shoulder over there, because there's another ball. What are the chances we have 2 queens?" Because there's 2 distinct balls of bees. And about that time, another bee zaps me right on my neck. And he's yelling, "Go in the house, go in the house. You know, they're going to keep coming after you now." And he proceeds to scoop that up. But so I have this really good footage of me putting my foot in my mouth, saying that, swarming bees aren't going to sting you. They're very rare to sting you. And I get nailed 2 or 3 times, Charlie. Then I come in the house and I edit that down and I load it. I'm loading it onto YouTube. And my computer's kind of full with running out of memory. So I start deleting things, and I delete the master file for that video. I didn't know that if you do that before YouTube loads the whole video, then you delete the video. So I totally lost all that work. And I hope you found me telling you about it amusing, but you didn't get to hear me cuss and act like a baby. But, anyway, that's my confession this week. So belt loop, Gary, reflect on light is Charlie. It's the husband. Okay, so Canadian Family Life says she's worried she may have to restart everything with new soil. So I'm going to scroll up and see what she said. So why do you think you need new soil? So while she's answering that question, Belt Loop, what's going on with you? I know that you've got some new things going on out at your place. What's going on with you, and what's going on with that puppy of yours? Oh, let's see. Okay, so we've done a mail call. Yeah, Charlie's talking about how the bees will march into the box. When the queen goes down into the new box that you provide, you put the lid on and it's got the little opening down on the front. All her workers will smell her in there, and they land on the ground and they march like they're in the army, and they all march into the box. So Belt Loop has been laying off his live broadcasts and focusing on editing and other channels. But feeling refreshed a bit. Yeah, it gets kind of hectic, doesn't it, trying to get all this content out there. Have you ever done what I did and erased a file when you're trying to load it? Going to go with start. You're going to start a few seeds. So what kind of things are you growing, Belloot? You dug a bit and found a lot of eggs under the surface. What kind of eggs? Bug eggs? Lizard eggs? Okay, so in my greenhouse, we have, I guess, about 600 pepper plants with more sprouting, but several different varieties. And the ones that I started February 6th are about this big now. I've transplanted them once, and they were growing gangbusters, and then we had this temperature drop. They are protected in the greenhouse, but it still seems to have stunted them a little bit, like they're waiting for it to be consistently warm in there. Even though they're on a heating mat, they should be held within 5 degrees of the base temperature. But they seem to be kind of twiddling their thumbs, and the same thing with my tomatoes. I planted peas and noodle beans in my green stalk planters and wrapped them with plastic, and I also wrapped lettuce because it'll freeze. And you can see through the plastic, and they seem to be doing okay. I'll do a unwrapping. Let's see. Tonight it's going to be like 50 degrees overnight. And the temperature is going into the 20s again on Saturday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we're all gonna need to put auxiliary heat in all the greenhouses. And then the rest of the month, it looks like it's going to be 45 degrees and higher. So maybe after the 21st, we'll no longer need to heat the greenhouse, and I can start thinking about putting the tomatoes and peppers out into the ground. I also plan on starting the cucumbers after these low temperatures pass. Just out of curiosity, when all do you all start your cucumbers? Cherokee purple we can get from starts. German green, black crim, I've got all those in the greenhouse. I learned, I've got acid reflux, so I'm not really growing red tomatoes for myself. I grow 1 or 2 plants for Charlie, and I'm growing about 4 varieties for our friends from Afghanistan. China Moss Farm says she starts her cucumbers in May. But where are you located? What zone are you in? So our last frost date is supposed to be the end of March. The Georgia farmers in our area tell me that it's best to wait until after Easter, as a rule of thumb, every year. So we may wait for the week following Easter to start, but I'm going to be doing like 4 or 5 varieties of cucumbers this year as well. She's in Austell, zone 7B. We're 7B as well. So you start your cucumbers in May. I usually did May or June, and then I don't get much of a harvest. We have a real bad problem with vine borers and cucumber beetles. This year, I think I'm going to try growing them a little bit earlier. As I say, as soon as this cold snap passes us. But I'm going to put them under their own little domes in the soil to see, give them a little greenhouse effect. And then we're going to plant some trap crops. One of the good, from what I understand, one of the good trap crops for the cucumber beetles and the vine borers are Hubbard squash. And I'm going to do some Hubbard squash behind the trellises where the cucumbers are going to go. So how far are you from me? Austell, Georgia. I'm going to put my town's name in there. About 55 minutes from me over by Lithia Springs. I come up to Lithia Springs a lot to see a good friend of mine who I met at a wildlife rehab center. And she specializes in squirrels. She's a squirrel girl, says on her license plate on her truck. Yeah, Belt Loop, we tried what do you call them, the grow bags last year, and we were kind of impressed. We did potatoes, peppers, and tomatoes in the grow bags. Now, I wasn't really pleased with the tomatoes, but the peppers performed well, and harvesting the potatoes was so easy. Charlie just took the whole bag and dumped it into a cart and went through it there, got all the potatoes out, and then put the soil back in the bag. And he's about to fill those grow bags again, probably this weekend. Jen's Hobby Nook is Zone 6. She's over trying to near Six Flags. I passed Six Flags on the way to Lithia Springs. My friend, she has a catfish hole. She runs 2 catfishing ponds on the weekends. It's called Christian Catfish Hole. Wish I teased her about the name of that. We won't even. My mind goes in the gut. Christian Catfishing Hole or Fishing Hole, and they even clean the fish for you if you like to fish. Yeah, we've been overwintering peppers in the grow bags in with the citrus trees. I'll be interested to see what survived because this winter was so harsh. It was so harsh. So we're coming up on 45 minutes, and bless you, Charlie. We're both sick. And I have a couple of ideas for my contest and a new way of doing things. Number one, I'm going to ask that if you're going to be in the contest to Canadian Family Life. If you are truly leaving before I do the prize wheel, come back and watch the end of the broadcast to see if your name came up, and because I'll need your email address. I'm going to type my email address in now because you need to email me and send me your snail mail address. Hey, LP, don't pop in quick. Anyway, I want you to be members in order to participate in the giveaway. I finally got the random wheel working to be able to do truly random selections. So if you want to be in the drawing tonight, just type in add me in the chat and I'll add your name. And we'll do that in just a couple of minutes. And I want to show you what tonight's drawing would be. Okay. So when I do these seed giveaways, and I'll still do seed giveaways from my seed library in the future, but I'm going to do 3 nice prizes tonight. And one is going to be, I will send you from Amazon these starter trays. This is what I use with my my hot pepper growing, and it's 3 pieces. Got the bottom tray, because you know you should always bottom water and not water from the top. You've got the cells to put your plants in, and then you've got a dome. And this isn't just a dome. It has this dial thing on top of it where you can close it off so there's no air circulation, which builds up the heat and gets your seeds germinating faster. And then as they start to pop up before they put on their first true leaves, you switch it to get a little bit of airflow. And then once you've got 2 true leaves on your plants, then you can take the dome off and let them grow normally. And when you go to water, you lift that out, you put water in about that far up, put your plants back in, and you're ready to go until it's time to put them in a larger pot or into the ground. And so I'll send you a set of those. The second prize I'll do tonight is a bag of horticultural fine vermiculite, which is what I use for my seed starting. If you follow my pepper germinating techniques, I've got several videos out there. This year I added soaking the seeds for 3 to 4 days in non-chlorinated water. I used rainwater. And then I put them into the vermiculite, just vermiculite, flood it a little bit, put the dome on, and put it on a heating mat at 80 degrees. And I got darn near 100% germination on those seeds. So one person's going to get the domes, the other person's going to get the fine vermiculite. And the third gift or prize I want to be able to draw for tonight will be your choice of 2 types of seed from Baker Creek. Okay? And I would go in, and if you win and you can tell me two categories of seed that you want, I'll go ahead and order those for you. Again, you're going to have to give me your mailing address through email. And Baker Creek will throw in a package of free seed, and you'll get it directly from Baker Creek. So those are my 3 ideas for tonight, but I need to know who wants to be on that wheel. So there are 9 people in here. Please, if you want to be on the wheel, type in me, or add me or whatever, and I'll add you, and then we'll do our first drawing and see if we can wrap this up on the hour. What do you think? So let me see who I've got in here right now. I have people I'm going to take off because they didn't show up. I had Adrian, Cassandra, my husband, David Gray. I'm surprised he's not here. I've got Jen's Hobby Nook, Canadian Family Life, Mike's Chaotic Gardens, LP, and Belt Loop. Who else wants to be up here? Mike's China Moss Farm. Let me add you. There she is. Me. Gary says me. Okay, so that's now we have 10 people. All right, if you want to be on the prize wheel, subscribe, thumbs up, and say me, or add me to the wheel. I just went over. What do y'all think of my prizes this week? Does that sound good? How many like the prizes? Moi. We just gained 2 people. 2 newbies. Jen's Hobby Nook, great prizes. Jen's Hobby Nook, would you rather have crochet hooks? If you would, I'll write that down if you win. So Jen, you want if you win, you want one of those prizes I listed, or do you want me to add crochet hooks if you win? Okay, so while people are trying to decide whether they want a prize or not, I think that it's going to be less expensive for me to do prizes this way than it has been to mail out little packages of seed. Because by the time I get paying postage, I'm paying $10 a letter or something for the seeds I've been sending out. So I think it's cheaper for me because I have Prime, Amazon Prime. I don't pay shipping, and Baker Creek doesn't charge for shipping either. And then they throw in seed. I will ask if you receive it, whatever, please give me feedback on the next live and say you got it and whatever, it was good. Just out of curiosity, Jen, what's your favorite hobby? You said you're a hobby nook. What is your favorite hobby? How many of you saw Charlie sing? Did you see the short when he was singing? I'm going to have him do more of those.
Oh, Lord. Sorry, folks.
He has a good voice. He has a good voice. All right. So let me go over and see if I can stream on a banner my email. Okay. Is it scrolling yet? There it goes. You see my email scrolling on the screen now. If you win, you need to send me an email at that address, so with your mailing address, so that I can order your prize to you. All right. So for the first prize, we're going to close registration now for the prize wheel for tonight. First prize is going to be a set of these. Seed starter. And I'm going to hit the wheel over here. Click to spin. Click, 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 click. Jen's Hobby Nook. Woo! You hear it? It's like confetti going all over the screen. She got number 1. Okay, Jens, you need to email me at that address. Your snail mail, and I'll go right into Amazon and send that to you. So Belt Loop is going to donate $30 worth of stickers made up from Devil Dog. Tell me about what those stickers are, Belt Loop. And how would that work? How do I get that? How do I get that going? I don't know anything about stickers. So while he's explaining that to the newbie here, I'm going to take Jen off the wheel because she just won. And we're going to spin it again. This time I don't have vermiculite in the house, but it's the fine grain vermiculite that I use for seed starting. Okay. And it's rolling, it's rolling, it's rolling. You see the reflection in my eyeglasses? Canadian family. Yay, Canadian family. Okay, so number 2. And so if anybody knows Canadian Family Life, you can send her a note. saying, "Hey, you won something," send Lisa an email so she can get it to you. Okay. Okay, let's see. So we're going to go back and do the third and final drawing, and then we'll talk about how to do this sticker thing that I don't understand. A drum roll, please. Okay. I'm clicking. China Moss Farm. Yay! China Moss Farm. Okay, China. Congrats, congrats, congrats. So, China, 2 varieties of seed. Is there anything that you have like on a wish list? 2 types of seed that you would like from Baker Creek? I know there's a little bit of a delay between that and okay, Jennifer's email just arrived at Jen's Hobby Nook. Jen, I think you're gonna like these little things. I've got like 50 of them. Cantaloupe and pickling cucumbers. So, China, send me an email real quick at lbolivar@bellsouth.net. And while you do that, I'm going to talk to Beltloop, or Beltloop's going to try to get through my head what he's talking about. And then maybe we can pop over to Baker Creek and I can read what I'm seeing. And you can say that one. Okay? But I need to get your email first. So, Canadian Family. Who here knows Canadian Family? It looks like someone who came from someone else's live to check me out because I don't recognize them. So, who knows Canadian Family? And is that a YouTube channel? I'll look for them. I am scrolling. Family Life, Canadian Family Life. Okay, so I'm going to subscribe to her and hit a bell so we can see what she's about. And I'm going to her channel to see if she has an email on her About page. Got her family name. Oh, yes, she does. All right, so bear with me just a second. I got to shoot her an email. Hold on just a second. I can't think and type at the same time. Hello. You won. What did she win? Prize on my live right after you went to bed. Can you send me your mailing address so I can send you your prize? Lisa at our Georgia Suburban Homestead. Okay. So, all right. So, Bell Loop, Gary, how does these stickers work? So you're donating $30 worth. How many stickers is that, and what does it get someone to have a sticker? Add folks to whoever you are drawing and then spin it, pull it however you're doing it. Okay. Hands in the dirt. Oh man, you're late. We just did drawings. I wanted to ask you, Stacy, how you're handling the temperature swings. We just Hands in the Dirt, y'all, is the one I was telling you about. Who has that wonderful Wind Down Wednesday thing going on, and I really look forward to his channel every week, Wednesday nights. At what time, Stacy? But he's only 45 minutes southwest of me, so he's going through the same temperature swings as we are here, and I'm wondering, how are your plants that I know your plants were budding out already? How are they handling that quick dip into the 20s? And did you see it's going into the 20s again next week? Charlie, can I have a throat lozenge, babe? Charlie, can I have a throat lozenge? So I don't start coughing all over the place again. Covered your trees. Hey, Sam. Thanks for coming in. What gloves do I have? You mean for gardening? Whatever's on sale at Home Depot. Okay. Wind Down Wednesday is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're just coming in, welcome, welcome. I just did the a new prize wheel. In order to win a prize here now, you're going to need to be a subscriber. And I'll probably do an announcement early in the week for the next live on who wants to be on the wheel, since I just figured out how to use this random wheel thing. One of these days I'll figure out how to put it on the screen so y'all can watch. But I don't know how to do that yet. But anyway, what I gave away tonight is a set of these dome seed starting kits, a bag of horticultural vermiculite, and encourage you to go look up my seed starting videos on pepper seeds, and I show you how to do it in the vermiculite. This year I got almost 100% germination on my vermiculite pepper seeds that I soaked, and that's a video I released 10 days ago, maybe. To go look at that. So I gave away these domed tubs, vermiculite, and then I'm going to send my third winner 2 Baker Creek seed packets, and she wanted a cantaloupe and pickling cucumbers, and of course Baker Creek will throw something in with that order. Now, and if anyone can give me advice on how to do this, but I'm thinking if you want to sponsor items for a drawing, I'm thinking if you want to send me money, I know, scam, but if even $1 or $2, if you want to donate money, then send it to my PayPal account, which is at the email that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. lbolivar@bellsouth.net is what I am on PayPal. and you can send however much you want to donate with your screen name and just say next drawing or for your next drawing. And I'll say that the following prize is sponsored by, in part by, and give you credit on the air here. So we've already done our drawings for this week, and let's see, the next drawing will be the first week in April now, right? Yes, because this is the second Thursday. So first week in April is going to be our next live broadcast. Look for my announcements of the upcoming live, and if you want to sponsor somebody or sponsor a prize, then you can send it to my PayPal account at lbolivar@bellsouth.net. But make sure you say this is towards your prize wheel. Nikki. Welcome. You missed the drawing, honey. But I did see Stacy that was so naughty to do a short with Nikki talking about her cow vagina dinner. Yes, everyone, you heard me right. Nikki posted how to cook cow vagina. I don't think you're ever going to live that down, Nikki. Yeah, Belloop, I don't know how to do that. So why don't you say how to do it? Do I just say, how do I give away a sticker? Do it like the other stuff. Okay, I'll enter everyone's name back in here. Let's see, who else is in here? Sam Coker. Sam, are you new? Yeah, everyone's laughing, Nikki. Cow vagina dinner. What did you have for dinner? I had cow vagina. Oh, no, thank you. Nikki, you didn't see his short where he named you and had you talking about cow vagina? Oh, my Lord. And in my mind, I see that she had a video of someone playing with the cow vagina. It was... All right. So we're going to do drawing. So how many stickers will $30 do? How many drawings do we do, Belloop? I'm handing it over. Belloop, would you like me to send you an ad and add you to the broadcast so you can talk about it? See, how do I do that? I don't know how to do that. Never mind. Oh, you're at work anyway. Yeah. Okay, so I'm about to do a drawing for a sticker. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Can you hear that, Charlie? Oh, Nikki. Woo! Nikki won.
I was listening over headphones, so I got a 5-second delay.
You got a 5-second to... So, okay, so Belloop, what do we need to do is get Nikki to send you her mailing address, or with Nikki's permission, I have your address, Nikki. Can I send it to Belloop who for one of his stickers he sponsored? May I do that? So is that like one $30 sticker? Is that how it's working? The everyday life of an OCD-ish chick is who won Belt Loop. Her name is Nikki. Nikki. Okay, so send the Belt Loop. So how many drawings should I do for stickers? How do we contact Devil Dog? Okay, so that's the end of the drawing for tonight. Pescatarian Gardener, welcome, welcome. So Devil Dog, the name of his channel is Devil Dog. But I'll send you her address as well. We can get it all together. So, Nikki, Hands in the Dirt, Pescatarian Gardener, just an update on what we've got going here. We already did all our drawings. And what I'm going to require those who win to be subscribers to my channel, which is something I think Nikki suggested early on with me. And I'm going to be ordering directly from Amazon and Baker Creek or somewhere else for my prizes, because I'm spending a fortune in shipping some of the prizes that I've given out. And I get free shipping with Amazon Prime, and Baker Creek doesn't charge. I'll still, like next week, I'll do a few seeds from my seed library. But what we gave away this week were these little miniature greenhouse domes, starting domes, a bag of horticultural vermiculite, and I allowed China Moss Farm to go on a shopping spree for 2 types of seed at Baker Creek. So that's what we did. And then Belt Loop donated a sticker for Nikki. So I think those are pretty good prizes, and next time we may do the same grouping, and then throw a few of my seeds in to boot. Especially if you let me know what planting zone you're in, and I can send you something that is appropriate for this time of year to start. Send a link. I can't figure out how to send the link. When StreamYard's already going, how do I send the link to join? Invite, copy. Okay, Belt Loop, here it comes. In your subject line, it's the link. On its way. So you like that, Nikki? You like that way of doing prize wheels? Maybe someone can explain to me how to get the wheel to come up so everyone can watch it spin. So I sent Belt Loop the email. I just need to wait on him to respond, and we'll add him to the screen. So somebody say something. Oh, one of the things I forgot to show you during the mail call is, and I didn't want to bring it out of the refrigerator, is my box of bees. My box of mason bees and leafcutter bees came, and this weekend we'll be putting them out into my bee houses. And if I know my mason bees are going to be, and I open the box, are going to be flying out, which is why I didn't bring them and open them in here, because we don't need them to escape into the room here and die. Ah, Batman's here.
Hey, I'm sorry. I would have swore that I was as clear as I could be, but sometimes I'm not. Sometimes it's hard to understand on print when you can understand it a lot better. What I'm saying is $30 for them to get stickers for their own channel
Oh, for their
printed.
own channels. There you
That's
go.
right. So, OCDS chick, contact Devil Dog. I just sent him an email. I did the same thing for another giveaway they're doing over at Freedom Redbird. It's just a way to help. It's a way for me to help. In this case, Lisa at our Georgia Suburban Homestead. She is a member of my channel, and so I'm trying to give something back.
Well, thank you,
This
thank you.
doesn't take away. It doesn't take away from the money I give to worthy causes that my channel brings in, but it does go through, and I think that it's a way of supporting Lisa and supporting Devil Dog. They just started printing stickers. They got this real expensive printer and what they call I forget the other thing that cuts out stickers. But Devil Dog's also pretty gifted at helping design stickers if you don't have already have a sticker design. So, hey, I'm sure he could help you with that as well. And it's a way of promoting, his channel as well. But what it's pretty simple, OCD is check, just, contact Devil Dog and let him know that you won the $30 worth of stickers from our Georgia Suburban Homestead that was donated by Belt Loop 29. If you need is if you need his hang on a second and I will get his email address. I'm sure he doesn't mind me giving it out because it is on his channel.
Does his
But Devil
channel have
Dog
the state
Service,
of Texas? His channel's the state of
do what
Texas,
now?
right?
Yeah,
Is
he's in the state of Texas. And in
okay, so
fact, if you go to my channel, if you
there's
go to my channel, a um there should be a he's one of the first things on there, but he's on a multiples of my um let me let me look just to verify it.
I think I just
I'm trying to
that's his link. I think I just posted.
probably, but let me take a look. I couldn't post it because I'm not actually a mod on your channel, but that's okay. I ain't asking for it, and I ain't saying it's important or anything else like that. I just couldn't post it. Is all. Um, let's
I
see.
like
Yeah,
the
Devil Dog is
relationship.
a very. If you look at my Belt Loop 29th and Cook, it's there. Let me go through and change from I'm under the wrong sign in on one of these. So um, yeah, hang on. I'll tell you how far down. It's the second. It's the third one. First one's Triple Threat Firearms. Then under the loopers, I've got Mayfield Ranch, and Devil Dog is the very second one, which is, he's Marine Corps. He's got on his sticker, on his icon, whatever, is the state of Texas. He's got, I don't know if that, I think they call that an infantry cross with the head, the helmet, the M16, and the boots. And then he's got something else out there I can't hardly see.
Yes, yeah,
Maybe
I think
headphones.
I gave the right. Uh, I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
what if I posted is clickable, but
Well,
anyway, paste.
all you have to do is, oh, and she knows Devil Dog. I figured she did. Most people do. Most of the people that I know him. And just go to him and let him know that I'm donating $30 uh, for stickers for your giveaway. So
That's wonderful. Thank you so
it,
much, Gary.
it's my pleasure, Lisa.
Yeah,
Like I said, I try to do what I can to help. I figure this might be a help.
yeah. I think you're wonderful. I'm stuck at
All
three
right,
four
I gotta
six.
go.
All right, bye. He's at
I'm
work.
sorry, I gotta go. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Oh, is he dropping off? Or do I have to drop him? Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay. Great, great. Gary's a wonderful guy. He's in law enforcement. A lot of people on his channel are either law enforcement, former law enforcement, or military. Yeah, he does interesting lives, and it's kind of funny. That's okay, Gary. Yeah, you got to make those big dollars, right? And he's a great stand-up kind of guy. I'm proud to call him my friend. So that's before I sign off for the night. Let me get there's 10 of you watching right now, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. But I noticed that when people come into my lives, they tend to come in later. Do I need to bump my lives up half an hour or an hour? Am I too early starting at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard? Do I need to start at, starting at 8 o'clock? Do I need to start at 9? Please weigh in the comments what you think about the timing. I'm really trying not to compete with other people. I want to be able to get you in after dinner. You can sit and relax. We can talk about whatever the topic is, and then do our drawings for a Thankful Thursday. So what do you think about the timing? Do I need to change it? Especially those of you that are coming in late. 20 people do live same time Thursdays. 8 or 9 works. So what do you think, Mike? What's a good time? I know a lot of people do Fridays, and a lot of people do Saturdays and Sundays. So what do I do? How do I configure my lives, y'all, so more people will come? I'm very much into the democracy, and I would like to know what you say. Monday, maybe.
Guys,
What do you all think about Mondays? Yeah, Mike, but that's no fun. You don't get on the wheel. Different night. Monday works for her too. 8 o'clock a good time for everyone? Monday's good for a couple of people. I might try doing it first Monday. We'll see how it works. Usually Monday I'm recovering from my weekend. And it's a work night. This is not a work night for me. Okay. So we may try Monday, first Monday in April. We'll see. Keep an eye peeled for the announcement. I have so much content to edit and get up that you're going to be wondering while I'm doing mid-December videos or releasing them in March and April. But I've got a lot of content that I have recorded. I just haven't edited and put up. I'm trying to post in the next couple of weeks the things that are really appropriate for right now, because we're going through some weirdness with the weather. And my longer videos are posted on Wednesdays and on Saturdays. So if you like my gardening videos, you look for me on Wednesdays and Saturdays. But unless anyone has something else to add, anything they want to say, I'm going to give it. I know I've got like a half a minute delay here. Monday at 7, maybe. Anything else anyone want to say before we sign off until next time? Charlie went out of the room with the dogs to walk them, I guess. Oh, and who gave all the seed companies my address? I'm getting so many catalogs in the mail. I don't need the temptation, right? All right. So if that's it, everyone, I want to thank you for coming, especially my neighbor. It's 2 houses down the street. I don't know if he's still here. He is. Deborah, hey, hi there, bye there. Look through the chat, the broadcast, Deborah, to see what we did and for drawings. I think you'll be amazed. And we look forward to the same thing in the next broadcast. So until next time, be well, be blessed, take care of each other, and we'll see you later. Night.